Hello everybody, it's Shadow and welcome to the campaign interlude 2 for Carolyn and Roland. So we're still in Arkham Season 1, the Guardian Duo. So this campaign interlude takes place between Essex County Express and Blood on the Altar. The last time we had an interlude was 4 scenarios ago, which was in between the end of the gathering, I forget what that's called, Ermadoth's Wrath or something, and extracurricular activities. So let's check in with our investigators. There we go. So Roland Banks currently at 46 experience in deck, which is kind of crazy, and I don't think I built him right, but I've just built him for fun, really. He has 0 remaining to spend. He still has 3 weaknesses, so we didn't earn any in Essex County Express, thank God. So we earned Cover Up, the Tower. I say earned. We have Cover Up, the Tower, and Psychosis still. We have 3 mental trauma and 3 physical trauma, so we earned 1 more since the last interlude, and that was failing a test on the train cabin. That sucked. Carolyn Ferns, 17 experience in deck, not too bad. She has 0 remaining to spend. Also 3 weaknesses, but this is because we added in her alternate signature card and alternate weakness. So she has Accursed Fate, so that has changed since she had Doomed. She has Rational Thought, which is her regular one, and To Fight the Black Wind, which is her alternate one. She has 0 mental trauma and 1 physical trauma. Not too bad. I would have preferred her to earn a mental trauma, but you can't really control it, and that was a tough scenario. So, what you're going to hear now is Carolyn's point of view. So last time it was from Roland's point of view, and I wanted to make this one look like she had been taking notes. So the last one was kind of like on a parchmenty scroll, so I tried to change the background here to, I think it was like notary paper or something. And she's going to dictate by date and time. Hopefully I did okay. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm not the best writer, but I try my best. So hopefully I have this set up so I can just... yeah, whatever. I'll just scroll. Alright, so let's get to these entries. August 14th, 11:07 a.m. I never expected Henry Armitage to be in such a desperate state. He had always been a strong individual, but now he seemed to be reduced to a bumbling old man. His eyes were sunken, his skin pale, his hair thinner. The office was in such disarray. It smelled like the carpet had soaked up its fair share of alcohol recently, and of a man who had spent too much time away from home. August 14th, 12:34 p.m. I left the office with so many questions. I know time is of the essence to find Henry's compatriots, but I wanted to know more about his history with the creature of Dunwich. Perhaps we will learn more when we find Professor Rice. There was something dark in Henry's eyes when he mentioned a creature. It reminded me of Roland when he tried to talk about the abomination he fought in Arkham's Woods over a week ago. August 14th, 3:41 p.m. Roland and his agency boys are idiots. Despite all the information we had gathered, they just wouldn't listen when that giant thing showed up. Luckily, Roland came to his senses after much scolding, and we were able to save the students from the path of destruction the creature was wreaking. The worst part of it all is how the thing disappeared without a trace, and all the students and faculty who saw anything have chosen to remain ignorant and not recall what they saw. 5 minutes alone with them, and I am certain I would learn all the information they knew. Alas, we had to leave for the speakeasy to find Dr. Morgan, as we still didn't know which shop was its front. August 14th, 8:52 p.m. I told Lita it was La Bella Luna an hour ago. It just had to be. There were too many muscular gentlemen in expensive suits on the interior for your regular Italian eatery. Roland spent too much time in his shop, and I could swear he bought something. I changed in the restaurant's bathroom into a dress I always carried with me, and made my way to the man in the pinstripe suit near the kitchen entrance. They had no choice but to follow me as I entered the Clover Club Lounge. August 14th, 11:26 p.m. A dress was a bad choice when dealing with mobsters and monsters. The rats that infested the building didn't make it easier either. When we escaped with the club owner, Peter Clover, I had seriously hurt my left shoulder. If it hadn't been for Lita and Roland, I may have not escaped the monsters' attacks. They had trashed the building in search for Francis Morgan. It only took until Naomi showed up for the hooligans to stop aiming at us and turn on the remaining monsters. August 15th, 12:18 a.m. Henry met up with us, actually leaving his office, and informed us that it was imperative to get our hands on some dangerous knowledge from the Miskatonic Museum. We would have to break in at this hour, and something didn't feel right though. The more Henry talked about this book, the worse the feeling I was getting in the pit of my stomach. August 15th, 1:03 a.m. My intuition turned out to be correct. Among all these relics, there must have been a cursed object besides the book. An ethereal beast that seemed to appear out of nowhere and then fade out of existence upon sustaining a blessed bullet from Roland's guns. It didn't take long to find the book. It didn't seem to be anything remarkable at first, but as I read I felt my mind expanding, knowledge growing. But at the same time, a terrible, foreboding feeling of my own doom and demise, as if my own fate was now cursed. August 15th, 9:05 a.m. The train was supposed to leave the station 5 minutes ago. Henry had procured tickets for us out of his own pocket, and we were all seated near the caboose. Henry had come up with the theory that we must have been on the heels of the cult from Dunwich, who must be in arms for what he, Francis, and Warren had done months ago. He explained that the country village was divided into groups, the most dangerous being the zealots who worship some elder being that gave birth or provided entry to our reality for such a monstrosity to ever exist. He advised that we keep our eyes peeled on this train, just in case. August 15th, 1:25 p.m. A train moves a lot faster when it has lost multiple train cars. We made it to Dunwich hours ahead of schedule, but at what cost? Henry had been right about the cultists on the train, but no one could have expected the giant wormhole in the sky, sucking up train cars like a straw in a sundae. While the wormhole was in the sky, the steam of the train breathed life of its own and attacked us. A monster emerged and landed on a train car, which Roland luckily disposed of with ease. The passengers who survived say a pipe burst. It was almost funny. I wanted to laugh, but I felt like I couldn't. Something was happening to me and I didn't know how to stop it. All we can do now is press onward and try to rescue Warren and Francis. Hopefully the Necronomicon can impart some helpful knowledge in my direction. Its use as a resource has yet to pay off. And that's all Carolyn wrote down. So far. So, a little sneak peek ahead. What Roland and Carolyn have both done, now that there has been a ruling from the creator of Arkham Horror, Matt Newman, saying that when you purchase Versatile, a 2 experience... Oh, can I show you? Hold on. Yeah, here we go. One moment. So the card here, Versatile, it's a 2 experience permanent. You get +5 deck size. Your Investigator's deck building option gains 1 other level 0 card from any class. And yeah, I've put this in both their decks. I haven't done anything crazy with that yet, but I thought it was going to be very good for both of them. So for Roland, I've given him more skills. So I've given him more skills that buff his intellect and willpower. And I also gave him the Desperate Willpower cards, the ones that give 4 icons, because he really needs to pass these willpower checks. And he's probably going to be resting around... he'll be close to, 3 or less, I believe, is what it needs. And I'm going to try to slip in Alyssa Graham, most likely, into Carolyn's deck. It's a little bit of a gamble, but she is able to look, I believe, at the top card of a deck for free. And guiltily, I feel like we need to keep her alive. And whenever we see a Cursed Fate, we have to send it to the bottom of the deck. Alyssa Graham also gives +1 intellect, which doesn't hurt what Carolyn's good at anyways. So, I'd like to hear what you guys think. For those who made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching. I want to include Versatile in both decks, so please let me know which 5 cards you think should go into both decks. As of right now, I'm thinking skills. I'm thinking 4 skills for each, and then maybe an off-class card for each, or definitely an off-class card for each. So please let me know what you think. I've been Shadow, and this has been the Campaign Interlude 2. Next time you'll see me, we'll be playing Blood on the Altar. Thanks for watching. Bye.